Shout out to the Artist Series skate wheels available worldwide. This is Blaze, Mindset Connect Show. You're back with your host, Summon One, in the Artist District of downtown Los Angeles, the heart, baby. Holding it down with Steve Grody, the author of Graffiti in LA. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Good to be here.
Definitely. So, we're talking about two of my favorite graffiti artists out there in the world, Midzt and Atlas, of GAW and CBS crew. Do you know these guys?
These guys are a really good partnership. Even though they're from different crews, Atlas from CBS and Midzt from GAW, they work together really well, and that's one of the beautiful things of the scene, is that people find friendships. They got a good working rapport, so they work together. And even though Midzt can do really fine letters, he often flexes character faces in and around Atlas's pieces, like we have on the wall here, and they're both dope writers.
Can we describe each individual artist and the things that you enjoy about them?
Well, Atlas, as we can see up high in this kind of piece of his, he's not big on flexing fancy fills. He wants his letters to do the talking. So he has a distinctive style that you can see is really taken from Gothic fonts. So he's taking a Gothic font style and then running it through the modern graffiti filter and coming up with something that's immediately and distinctively his own, with his connections and the way he bounces it all out. So that's Atlas. And then Midzt is self-taught. A lot of people would be surprised to find out that he's self-taught. His character work, I mean, he understands core shadows and highlights and the modeling of form very well, and he does it in a very distinctive way that's, again, clearly his style of doing things, and that's one of the things everybody's looking for, is doing something that's distinctively your own.
Both of them are also heavily involved in the skate community, and that's why I wanted to bring up the fact that we do have these wheels now available. You know, this series designed by Midzt and this series designed by Atlas. The Artist Series Wheels is the first skate brand to collaborate with LA's most wanted graffiti artists, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring this art that we all have come to love to different mediums, and whether it's glass art, whether it's on skate wheels, whether it's on the wall, it's all different forms of art.
And these guys are not doing art from outside of the scene. They're both skaters. They've been long-time skaters and very involved in the scene, and so they have a love of it. So it's not like they're coming from some other place and saying, "Oh, gee, yeah, skateboards, gee, who'd have thunk of that?" You know. And they are just again, because they deserve all the props they can get. In my book, we have the Atlas page, and his words are in here. He is one funny guy. And then we also have...
Can you read something from Atlas's piece?
Atlas is really interesting because he's an example of these guys that are thinking like a fine artist, but they don't, even though they didn't train in fine art, he's thinking like a fine artist in terms of formalism, which is weights and balances. So in this quote from Atlas, it says, "I'm so obsessed with precision, I can't do anything that has halftones or blends, so everything I do is line art or solid, basically graphic design. I rely more on my initial design to pull through than on colors or tricks. I've always been hard on myself with everything I do. It needs to be a certain way, the direction that certain letters of Beyond was a mentor of his, would take. I still use to this day like skinny to big or how to balance out weight. I realized that if I squint my eyes to blur the focus and look at the piece as a whole, then I notice that one area is not as busy as another area, so then I improvise to balance it." You know, and that's totally what every fine artist does. And he didn't even know that. He just does that instinctively. You know, he looks at a piece and he squints his eyes. He says, you know, it's like, oh, it needs more activity over there to balance it out. So it's not just about the letters. It's about the visual experience as purely abstract form. And then we have Midzt doing a kind of flexing a Day of the Dead thing here. And, you know, just beautiful, very painterly. Really a beautiful, distinctive style. And really... Actually, it's really kind of surprising he's using a can, because it looks like he's using a big wide brush to do that work. Really beautiful.
Thank you for sharing that with us, and thank you for being here today. We're live in Los Angeles, California. You're watching Blaze. This is the Mindset Connect Show. We Summon One. Always going on location. If there's something hot going on, hit me up on the digits. We'll make it happen. Steve Grody, thank you very much for having us. Graffiti in LA. Go cop the book right now.